Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pits of Motor Chaos. This is your host, Dave, and I got a line with me special guest for the third time now, John Hale. How you doing, John?
Doing great, Dave. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How's the weather out there in Texas?
You know, it's getting warmer. It was about 92 today, so not too bad in the mornings so far. But yeah, we're getting there, and it won't be long before it's Texas heat again.
Yeah, it was about 80 here in Illinois today. So, yeah.
And you're in Amarillo?
No, Illinois.
Illinois. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to have you back on again.
Yeah, it's great to be here, man. We haven't raced any this year, but I've been keeping up with everybody. We're working on a new combination for our car and about ready to go and test. So, yeah, I'm kind of chomping at the bit, ready to put the helmet back on and get going again.
Yeah, you ready for the Funny Car Chaos events?
I am. We're not going to make the Amarillo event. We haven't tested yet. All my guys are busy every weekend that we have open before the Amarillo race. So I'm not going there unless I can, make 5 or 6 runs and work on this combination and know where I'm at. I don't want to just go to Amarillo and test there because I think I'm setting myself up to fail by doing that. So my good judgment tells me to wait and go ahead and test, know where I'm at, and then we'll be at the next Funny Car Chaos in July in Havana, Illinois.
Awesome. I'm pretty sure my wife and I are gonna make it up to that one, so I'll get to meet you finally.
Well, you better, man. It's right there in your backyard. So come on out and be my guest.
Yeah, it's about 3 hour drive. Not that bad.
No, that's not bad at all. I think Havana's a little ways from Cordova there, isn't it? That's a 15-hour drive for us.
So are you going to be at Cordova at all this year?
No, I'm just using Cordova as, I know it's 15 hours, so how far is Cordova to Havana? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
I think it's a couple hours still away from Cordova, but yeah, we're looking forward to getting up there and playing with these guys in the Funny Car Chaos group.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
I lost you for a minute.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go to the Amarillo race and just watch and sell some barbecue sauce and support Chris and his new series he's working on. But, it's gonna be like I'm grounded from my race car, not having a car there and being able to run with those guys. But we'll get our combination sorted out, and we'll be playing with them soon enough.
That was just like the Nitro Clown. He didn't get to run in the first event because he had the oil problem, whatever. Yeah.
No, we ran the first event last year here in Denton.
No, I mean I was talking about this year. I was talking about this year's first. The first event.
This year we're just we're not going to be ready. We're not going to have our new combination sorted out in time. My guys can't take off from work, and some of them already have some other plans. So we're not going to make the Amarillo race, which is the upcoming Funny Car Chaos event.
Right, I know that. I was just saying you're going to be sitting out just like the Nitro Clown had to sit out the first event this year, the Oklahoma one, because he had the oil problem.
No, I hadn't planned on going.
No. I'm not talking about you being there. I was talking about you're gonna be sitting out for Amarillo because your car's not ready. I was saying the other first event, the one in Oklahoma, the one they just had, the first Funny Car Chaos this year. I'm talking about The Nitro Clown funny car, he had to sit out because he had an oil problem.
No,
They,
no, I hadn't.
Dave Gallegos,
Dave who?
Dave Gallegos, the Nitro Clown.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now I know who you're talking about. Yes.
yeah. I was saying he had to sit out the first funny car cast because they had a oil problem. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I think he's ready to go, and it's going to be at the Amarillo event. In fact, I think Chris is asking me to bring a little extra fuel in case he needs it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's ready to go again.
Yeah. But the real cool thing was how he was able to help out Fred Farndon and give Fred some headers because his car being out, he was able to help Fred out. That's the great thing about the nostalgia racing, how you guys help each other out like that.
Yeah, it really is. We're just really one big family, and if somebody goes out or they can't make around and they have parts and people, they're gonna pitch in and help and get that guy back up to where he can run. That's what it's all about, really. In the end, is having fun and running these cars and burning nitro. And it's really is a great sport and a great group of people. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah. So how's barbecue sauce business going for you now?
Barbecue sauce business is doing great. We just got accepted into the Albertsons Safeway network, which is 165 stores, and we're waiting on some POs where we can start shipping that stuff out to the stores. And I'm kind of chomping at the bit at that. We're entering grilling season, and we're not on the shelf yet. But everybody tells me that the grocery industry doesn't move very fast. So I'm ready to get that ball rolling. I got product in stock, and I'm ready to see our stuff on the shelves.
I still have not tried your barbecue sauce yet.
Well, we can ship you some, or we can definitely get you some up there in Havana. We'll be bringing plenty of it.
Oh yeah, well, when I did the interview with Nancy Matters, she told me and my wife, you guys come up here and I'll give you guys a bottle. Yeah.
Okay, we'll have plenty of it, man. You just stop by. We'll fix you up, man.
Yeah. So what else is on the agenda for you for the year?
Del Worsham called me the other day and kind of ran something by me to see if I was maybe interested in driving his car at one of the national events coming up. And I might do that. I'm not going to say I'm not, but I'm entertaining that. Just keep my license current, and those cars are a handful to drive. It's a good challenge, and I do miss driving them, so I'm considering doing that. But other than that, we're just I'm flying and trying to get proficient in my tail dragger and land that thing safely, and that's a handful. So that's another challenge. That, and when this barbecue sauce deal really takes off, and we're shipping a bunch of stuff out, I don't know if I'm going to have to get a warehouse to put that inventory in, or what that's going to lead to. So I'm preparing for that to drop. But other than that, just working at the hangar on the race car, doing some fishing. Just got invited to go to Cabo San Lucas with my good friend Rich Hale next week, so I'm considering doing that. That's it. I'm really kind of enjoying not being on the road racing a bunch this year. It's allowed me to get a bunch of stuff done at the hangar, and I'm content right now, believe it or not.
So that what kind of fish you can do? Bass fishing?
Uh, no, saltwater fishing. We'll be fishing for marlin, tuna, dolphin. Uh, I've caught some 175-pound spotted marlin, but always wanted to hook into a 400-pounder, and have to reel that thing in for about 20 minutes. So maybe I'll get lucky and hook into one of those.
Yeah, that would be nice. So have you done any bass fishing this year yet?
No, all my fishing this year has been for speckled trout and uh, bull redfish down in Louisiana. And the last time we went, which was about 3 weeks ago, really didn't have much luck. The shrimp weren't running, and that's what the speckled trout come in to feed on. So we didn't get skunked, but we caught fish. We just didn't catch fish that we could keep or wanted to keep. So, you can't catch them all every time, but it's always great to be out on the water and relaxing and, fishing. That's the main thing is you're out there and you're, blessed enough to have good weather and friends and out on the water and you're fishing. So it's always good whether you're catching them or not.
Yeah, that's what I always tell my wife when me and the wife go fishing. Is we're not catching anything. It's just nice to relax and enjoy the quietness and.
Exactly.
So for the One Bad Texan card, do you have anything else scheduled as of yet?
We're going to do the Hot Rod reunion as always in October. And that's kind of our last event of the year. We don't have really any match races or anything out of the ordinary schedule. We're really just going to do the remaining Funny Car Chaoses and then the Hot Rod reunion. And what we're doing is trying to put together a series for next year with the big pump and the 44-amp mag, and try to have like a 6-race series and a points championship, a bonus at the end of the year for the points. And, the racetracks have showed their interest. Some of the racers are interested in it. I think it'll work. We just need to get going on it and see what we can put together as far as sponsors for the series and nail down some dates. So, looking forward to that for next year.
Yeah. So now with the big pump, you talking about bigger header flames too?
Yeah, that's really mainly what we're looking for is bigger header flames and not having to work on this thing after every run. So, you limit the pump size to, say, 32 gallons, and you have a 671 baller on it and a 44-amp mag. So, it's going to be a little louder, bigger header flames, which, the crowd loves, we all love. And hopefully not tear parts like we're doing with this small pump.
Yeah. Like the Tom Moultrie header flames.
That would be nice. He's got some pretty spectacular flames. Those are about 6 or 7 feet tall.
John.
I don't know if we're going to get that out of these motors, but I think we'll get something pretty close.
Like John Lawson and Joe Haas.
Yeah. The both of those cars are just bitching to watch come down through there with the header flames and they're running in excess of 270. Pretty much every run or close to it. And the fans love it. I think if we put together 8 of these funny cars with something close to that, it would work.
Yeah. So now with the change up on your car, you're looking to do that this year, you said?
Yeah, with the Car Chaos, there aren't any engine rules. You can run whatever you want. Right. So we're already putting that combination together, and we're going to run it at these remaining Funny Car Chaos events, and see how we like it, you know. And if things go right, then we'll just put together a rules package for next year, and hopefully have some sponsors in place to make the thing work.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Funny Car Chaos. Run what you brought.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's great. You know, you've got pretty much alcohol cars running nitro cars. Really good. You know, there's some really good alcohol cars that run, you know, very well.
Oh yeah.
In fact, the alcohol car won this first Funny Car Chaos recently. But yeah, I mean, it gives everybody a place to race. You know, so. You know, and you're seeing a bunch of variety of different bodies. You're not just seeing 79 and older bodies like we're seeing in the Heritage Series. You're seeing newer bodies, you know, say 2002, 2006 cars, as well as all the old stuff. So there's something for everybody there.
Yeah, last night I had on there with me Randy Renew from the T-shirt club.
Yeah.
He's a good guy for you guys to have on board for Funny Car Chaos.
Yep, he's a major sponsor there, and he's part of the reason why that thing's working for Chris too. Is you know, you can't do it alone. So the good sponsors like Red Line Shirt Club. You know, we're helping them out with Best of Texas barbecue sauce. It's a good thing, man. It really is. I'm glad to see it be successful for him.
Yeah. So you got any new sponsors this year yet for your Funny Car?
I don't have any new sponsors, no. But I have most of my sponsors from last year returning. I have CP Pistons, Probel, Redline Oil, Hussey Gaskets. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. Rational Metalworks, my good friend Tim Young, that does a lot of our fab work for us. It's, you know, always there when we need him. So, yeah, you know, that's another thing that makes it go around for us is the support from these great companies, and we'll take whatever we can get.
Yeah. So now let's recap last season for you. How the car run for you last season?
You know, we fought the deal a little bit, especially toward the end there. It seems like we kind of beat ourselves when we did go out of the race. We didn't put enough weight on the front end, and the Funny Car Chaos and Denton, the team made a hard move for the wall, and didn't have enough weight on the front end. The thing didn't come back, had to get out of it. That allowed Keith Jackson to get by me, and then there at the reunion in Bakersfield, we spun the tires second round. So, you know, but we learned from our mistakes, and you know, with this new combination, we're going to have a whole nother curve of learning and figuring out what the car wants. And we're still going to be aggressive like we always have been, and we'll probably beat ourselves again, but, you know, we want to run hard, and we're looking for a way to kind of be a little gentler on our part. So I think the fuel pump's going to help us do that. And I can't wait to get to the racetrack to try something out so we know which direction to go.
Yeah. Yeah, another thing about Funny Car Chaos, it's great to see Chris get 4 events this year. Last year he had the first one the one you were in with one event. Now you got 4 events, which is awesome. Hopefully, it'll just keep growing and growing and get more events every year.
Yeah, he has other racetracks calling him wanting events there, and he said, I'm gonna jump in with 4, and that's all I'm gonna commit to this year. He said next year, yeah, heck yeah, maybe we'll tack on several more. But I gotta hand it to him. He stuck his neck out there. Was successful. This last 20 car chaos was successful for him, and I think the thing's gonna work. I really do. I think it's gonna get bigger and more popular, and my hat's off to him.
Yes, I wish him nothing but the best. So now, John, I don't think I ever asked you this question before. For you, with the funny car you're currently driving, the nostalgia car, do you have a greatest competitor?
Greatest competitor?
Yeah, is there anyone that's been like a greatest competitor for you with the one bad Texan car?
I can tell you just not only with the one bad Texan, but with my original Mike Burkhart car. I would say that Paul Romine is one of them. In the Man of War Mustang. Anytime we run him, it's all out. Loved racing him. Jason Rupert would be another. James Day, a great opponent. Used to love racing Chris Crable when he was driving for Bucky. Now he's driving for my friend Rich Hale and Smokey. And look forward to lining up against him, too.
Yeah.
But I'd say that those, I'm probably leaving somebody out. Those be my top 3 guys. And this Bobby Cottrell guy. I like to spank him, too, and get a chance at the Hot Rod Reunion.
Yeah, he got a couple big wins this year already.
Yeah, he's got a good running car. He's driving well, and I think my buddy Jeff Wren, he just won this last event there in Boise, and Bobby and Bucky went out a round or 2 early there. So you look for Jeff Wren to do some more damage there in that series. He's a great driver. He's over there with the California Hustler guys now. That's a great team. With Ronnie Swearingen, he's done that. He's tuned nitro cars for a long time. So I'd look for the California Hustler team in the winner's circle again pretty soon.
Yeah. So what would you consider to be the fondest memory of your whole drag racing career, John?
I would say probably, one in the Hot Rod Reunion twice. That's, sticks to my mind pretty good and pretty proud of that. We have 2 DRO championships. Those are right up there with that. Going to the final and with Big Jim's car against Ron Capps at the Gator Nationals in 2015. Came real close to winning that one, and those would be my top memories. But I got to tell you, it's almost like fishing. Just having the opportunity to do this, be at the racetrack and driving your hot rod and hanging out with your buddies. That's pretty special too.
Yeah. Like some of the guys I interviewed, they're just happy to be driving a nitro funny car.
Heck yeah. There's there's nothing like it, but there's few get to do it, and it's really hard to make someone understand it unless they've done it. But it's definitely something that gets in your blood. You get hooked on it, and I don't think you're ever really over it. You look at the Snake and some of these other guys that are retired, and I don't think that needle ever gets pulled out, the nitro needle. I think it's in there, and maybe I bet you if you ask Snake if he wanted to make a lap right now, I bet you he'd make a lap on one of these nostalgia cars, I'm sure.
Yeah, Randy Renew was just talking about how happy he is that he got the Snake on board finally with the shirt club.
Well, they got some great shirts. I'm not sure all who they have on board now, but yeah, anytime you get a Snake, a Snake shirt or a U.S. Army Snake shirt, man, that'd be bitching.
So now this question I'm pretty sure I never asked you before when we talked on the air. Do you have a most embarrassing moment in drag racing for you ever?
Most embarrassing moment? Well, I've left before the tree was activated once in Big Jim's car. I hadn't really ever hit anything in a car. So, I'd say there was some embarrassing times there with Big Jim's car. That thing is so it's so hard to drive that it's intimidating, and if you're not just 100% on concentrate, I've double stepped the throttle before on a run. I've let the thing get away from me once against Robert Hyde, got over in his lane at Joliet. That's pretty embarrassing right there. So I would say that's those would be my most embarrassing moments for sure.
Yeah. So now, in your opinion, you think NHRA is getting too corporate these days?
I don't know. Corporate. So that's a tough question there. I don't think they're any more corporate now than they have been in the last 4 or 5 years. My problem with the NHRA is and that's what most fans see on TV is the drag racing on TV and how it's presented to them. I don't think they show enough of the independent guys. Everybody loves John Force, the Schumacher cars, and Coletta cars, but there's some other, cars out there that have a lot of fans behind them that want to, see something on their favorite car, watch a little bit more TV time of their car on the broadcast instead of having it all about, the 3 big teams out there. And I don't understand why they don't do that. So maybe that's the corporate side of it that you're asking. It's all about money, and those 3 teams have the money, and they have the big corporate sponsors. So, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it is too corporate.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool if they would focus on some of the little guys out there, like the Nitroholic funny car.
Yeah, Richard Townsend, great guy. Would love to see some stuff on him. My buddy Jeff Deal. Everybody loves Jeff and Lisa. I'd like to see more on them. Maybe go to their shop, see, or go to her place where she makes all of her stuff she sells, and do a feature on her. And, I just think if I was in charge and I had something to fix, that'd be one of the first things I would do. Spend more time with the little guy. And, go back to some more wholesomeness, more about other smaller racers instead of the big three all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people say they don't like all the rule changes all the time with the NHRA too.
You know, I've got to say this, with NHRA pulling back some of the track prep here recently, it's, brought the field back a little bit, ET-wise. And now some of those smaller teams, they're more competitive. You saw Cruz Pedregon in the winner's circle right after, or there at Charlotte when they pulled back the track prep. So I'm all for that. And I know that most of the racers are too. Some of the track prep was good enough that it was really tearing up tires, and their tire bill was astronomical. So not only did they level the playing field a little bit, but they're saving the race team's money on tires.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people were telling me they think they should bring back the quarter mile for NHRA.
That's going to be a debate that's going to go on forever. But I can tell you this: that the racers voted for that 1,000-foot rule, and Pomona is short. You got a sand trap there at the end. Englishtown was short. That's not an issue anymore since the Summer Nationals have moved from there. But there's still some other tracks that I think it might be an issue with, shutdown-wise. And I don't know if you'll ever see it go back to quarter mile. I really don't.
Then I get some people tell me they would love to see the long smoky burnouts come back with the funny cars.
So would I. And in fact, with this new series that we're talking about doing, I'm thinking about making it mandatory. You have to do at least one dry hop before you stage the car. How bitchin' would that be?
That would be awesome, brother.
Yeah. So that, just look for that, and this deal goes the way we want it, and I think we're going to bring back those long burnouts and the dry hops. The big show cars now, they're concerned with the heat in the clutch. Also, you do a really long burnout, you're taking fuel out of the tank, which makes the front end lighter. Again, it heats the clutch up, takes longer to back up. That's why everybody's doing short burnouts. But I gotta hand it to Scott Palmer. He's the only guy that whacks the throttle in the pits on the warm up now. And you should. I don't know if you've seen any of the videos of it, but there's not any room to stand around Palmer's pits when he fires up. Everybody's waiting for that throttle whack, and I think that's awesome that he still does it. I really do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like you were talking about dry hops. I love watching the footage of Jordan Blue and his alcohol funny car, the Blue Thunder, doing dry hopping.
Yeah, I love it too, man. I think we're gonna bring that back, man, with this new series. So that's gonna be fun to do and fun for the fans.
Or like Rocky Perone out in the East Coast with the Frantic 40. He's always doing long smoky burnouts, dry hopping.
Oh yeah, those guys, man. Rocky Perone, Al Liebman, Bobby Fry, all those guys, man. That's my East Coast family, and yeah, they love doing that stuff, man. That's what they built those cars for up there, the Super Camaro, and they built them for doing those long burnouts and dry hops. That's awesome. They put it on a good show up there.
Yeah, I would love to see that car come up my way sometime, man. It'd be awesome to see that car.
Yeah. Me too, man. I keep up with them, and they're mainly, mainly on the East Coast there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that they closed down in English Town, man.
Yeah, there was a rumor that they may be reopening or not reopening yet, but bringing an event there, back to the English Town, and that was just a bad rumor. So that got nixed pretty quick. So yeah, those guys up there, that grew up going to that racetrack since they were a kid, that's a big deal to them to lose that track. I mean, I can understand it.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that that happened, but it's just a sign of the times. You got a small town like that. They complain about the noise and the traffic and all that, and finally the owners just get tired of it. Dealing with the city, and they say, "Hey, we're done." And fortunately for the Nats, they found another way to make money with that property, and I hope it works out for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to bring up is that the couple weeks ago when we had two deaths in drag racing in one day, that was a tragic day, man.
Yeah, it's terrible, terrible. Randy Alexander, and just my heart goes out to his family, and I talked to Bob Mandel a little bit about the accident, and he seemed to be doing okay. But yeah, it's just a terrible accident. And, with social media now, you have people that are posting that accident, on their pages.
Yeah, I saw your post on that.
Yeah. I don't think that's right. Someone lost their life in this accident, and what if Randy's family came on there? What if one of the safety safari guys visited Facebook, and now they got to relive that tragedy again? So I had a problem with that. I had an issue, and I asked everybody to just take that stuff down, just out of respect for the family. But yeah, it's just terrible. Anytime we lose a racer, it's like losing one of the family. I know there was another one lost here in Texas. I'm not as familiar with that accident. But yeah, that was a bad day.
Yeah, it was a track in Abilene, Texas.
Yes.
Have you ever been to that track?
I think I might have. Back in 2010, there was an AHRA race there. And the track's right off the highway. It's kind of down in a gully, where the track's lower than the pit area. But yeah, man, that's a tragic deal.
Yeah. The only thing you can say about it, even though it's still tragic, is that they died doing something they love to do.
Yeah, that's true. I want to die in a buffet line, and just have a nice, peaceful tip over there on my second way through the line,
Yeah. Just like last year at Hot Rod Reunion, we lost Brett Henry.
Yeah, that was a bad deal too.
Yeah, it's always a big, risk for you guys going out there and racing these fast cars, man.
It is, and we know that. We accept it, and things like this remind us of it. But it doesn't make it any easier for the families, and that's what I feel the worst for is, these people came to the racetrack with a loved one, and they're going home without them. So it's just terrible to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, because That's the nice thing about drag racing. It's all one big family.
Yeah, it's a great family, man. You know, proud proud to be a part of it.
I think more with the nostalgia than a big show. It's more close bond with nostalgia people.
Sure, it is. You know, uh, a lot of the big teams have a lot of turnover in their teams. You know, you're not seeing the same faces there all the time. You don't get to get that bond going within the teams. Everybody's real busy doing their schedules. The drivers have different displays and events, and everybody's going in different directions. You know, the nostalgia deal is a little more laid back. You know, some of the teams have had the same guys for 10 years, so you get to know those guys, and you have a bond with them. You know, so it is a closer family in the nostalgia racing for sure.
Yeah, then, like I always say, the thing I love about nostalgia too is you could get in the pits and get close to the cars. With the big show, they got the rope off. Even the drivers still come up and autograph stuff for you and talk to you a little bit, but still, it's a lot different though.
You know, a lot of people don't realize it, but in the big show, you're responsible for crowd control. You know, and it's your job to keep people out of your pit where they could get hurt or trip over something, or you know, somebody walk over and try to pick up a hot clutch disc or something. I've seen it, you know, and so it's your job to keep them out of your pit area. Now in the Nostalgia Series, they don't really encourage that, you know, but you can have an open pit policy. Someone can walk right in and look at stuff and walk up to the side of the trailer and ask for the driver. You know, that is the cool thing about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and another thing I love about nostalgia is it's a lot cheaper to go watch nostalgia drag racing.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely more affordable. You know, you look at the passes to an NHRA national event, and you compare them to other sporting events, basketball, baseball, football, and you're still getting a good value even with the ticket prices the way they are. But you know, the nostalgia definitely is. It's definitely more affordable for a family to go to and enjoy. You know, a good night of racing, or you know, several days of racing, hopefully.
And like Funny Car Chaos, you could go in for $20 for one day.
Exactly. Yeah, you can. You have money left over for a T-shirt from Red Line Shirt Club, and a jar of barbecue sauce, and you know, some hamburgers for the kiddies.
Exactly. Yeah. That that's always been my love though, nostalgia funny cars. You guys can still put your own name on the car, whatever you want to put on there, and not have a corporate sponsor's name on your car. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and that's what makes it personal too. You know, you have a name that you like, or a car that you like, and you know the fans in the stands are going to root for that guy. You know, and all of this guy, he likes that body style or that color, and so you know, there's something for everybody. Body styles, names. Way it's painted, it's great, man. It really is. I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah. Well, John, I want to thank you very much for your time coming on air for the third time.
It's my pleasure, man. Anytime. Love talking with you.
It's always great talking with you about drag racing, man. So.
All right, buddy. I hope to see you there in Havana, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for having me on.
No problem, brother. You have a good night. Bye bye.